The seasons of life. You may have heard the riddle: who walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night? The answer, of course, is a human being. As infants and young children, we crawl on hands and knees. As older children and adults in our prime, on 2 legs. And as an elderly person, we walk with a cane. In broad strokes, this resembles the seasons of life. In East Asian medicine, there is a theory of the 5 elements in which the elements correspond to the 5 seasons. While the word element may sound static, they're movements in life. This means any life from insect to human being. Each of these elements is associated with a season. While in the West we talk about 4 seasons, the philosophy of East Asian medicine has 5. Winter corresponds to the element of water, spring to wood, summer to fire, and metal to autumn. The 5th season is earth and has 2 different ways of being seen. One is as late summer, that time of year when summer is waning and it's not yet autumn. This time is often called the dog days of August, for example. Generally, the weather is hot and humid, and the earth is fecund. The other way to look at the earth element season is a few weeks between each of the 4 seasons. It's a time of change from one season to another. There are many resonances for each of these elements, such as water with cold and dark, and yin in Asian philosophy. Summer, on the other hand, is associated with heat, light, and yang. Each of the 5 has various other correspondences such as sound, smell, taste, etc. From the perspective of the seasons of life, water can be associated with the time of gestation. This is the winter season, and the potential of a human being is floating in the amniotic waters in the darkness of the womb. It's a time for gathering in the resources that will be needed to live, such as developing all the organs. It's only when those resources are ready that birth occurs. At this point, the season has moved to wood. Wood is the season of spring, and it is also the season of youth and childhood. There's a tremendous growth and development, not only on the physical level. This growth also occurs on the mental and spirit levels. Such growth doesn't come without its costs. As the tiny plant must push its head through the winter-hardened soil, so must the child push against the authorities in their life to gain the independence of selfhood. Think of the 2-year-old shouting, "No!" to assert themselves. The rebellious teen is likewise learning to create an independent sense of self. Young adults often experiment with alcohol or other substances and may flit from major to major in college or job to job. These are all aspects of distinguishing the self from the requirements of others. Fire, the summer season, begins with the teen years and progresses through early to mid-adulthood. It's the time to create relationships and form bonds. It's a time of warmth and joy. Partnerships are formed, both those intimate and close friendships. The person is on their journey in the work in this world, whether paid employment or sustaining their family. They gain a sense of independent living and community. Here, the heart comes into its own, making its connections often independent of their family of origin. Laughter, joy, fun, and companionship are the positive aspects of the fire element. The season of earth, when seen as late summer, is the harvest. The person begins to reap the benefits of their youth and earlier adulthood truly. This may take the form of greater income, work promotions, becoming a mentor to a younger, and or a sense of accomplishment in their life. It's a time of looking back at what they did thus far in life and considering what's ahead. Nurturing one's spirit as well as those of others and seeing the fruits of their labor is an important part of this season. It is also the season of nourishment, as noted by harvesting many of the crops planted in the spring. Earth is often noted as the mother, Gaia, tending to those under her care. The final season is autumn and metal. This is the time of letting go. Notice the leaves as they fall from the trees. These leaves will be used to provide sustenance for the plants that will once again shoot forth in spring. At the same time, the metal element is associated with inspiration from the heavens. It is bringing the light of heaven into the world and letting go so it can sustain during the dark times of winter. It is the selflessness of allowing oneself to move back into the oneness so that what remains behind can further the movement of the seasons. On a spirit level, it lets go of the body so that the spirit may fly free.